Hollywood's golden era is often romanticized as a time of glamour, elegance, and untouchable stars. But beneath the surface of red carpets and silver screens, there were scandals, dark, shocking, and sometimes deadly, that rocked the industry to its core. Today, we're peeling back the curtain to reveal 10 of the most infamous scandals that shattered the illusion of Tinseltown's golden age. 1. Thelma Todd, Death in the Hills. Thelma Todd was a comedic star in the 1930s, known for her sparkling presence on screen. But in 1935, she was found dead in her car, parked in a garage on a cliffside road above Los Angeles. The official cause of death was carbon monoxide poisoning, but suspicious bruises and connections to gangsters raised eyebrows. Was it suicide, an accident, or a mob hit? Despite decades of speculation, her death remains officially unsolved, a chilling reminder of the dark underbelly of Golden Age fame. 2. Fatty Arbuckle and the Death of Virginia Rappe. Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle was one of Hollywood's biggest silent film stars, until a 1921 party scandal destroyed him. Actress Virginia Rappe died after a party hosted by Arbuckle, and he was accused of sexual assault and manslaughter. Though he was acquitted after 3 trials, the media frenzy had already condemned him. His films were pulled, his career was shattered, and Hollywood began to fear the court of public opinion as much as actual courts. 3. The Black Dahlia Murder. In 1947, aspiring actress Elizabeth Short's mutilated body was found in Los Angeles, cut in half and drained of blood. The press dubbed her the Black Dahlia, and the case became one of the most gruesome unsolved murders in American history. With ties to the Hollywood scene and a list of suspects that included doctors, producers, and police officers, her story turned into legend and symbolized the dark side of the City of Dreams. 4. Errol Flynn's statutory rape trial. Swashbuckling actor Errol Flynn was beloved on screen, but in 1942, he faced statutory rape charges involving 2 underage girls. Though he was acquitted, the trial revealed a lifestyle of alcohol, affairs, and exploitation. The media loved the scandal, and it gave birth to the term "in like Flynn." His career recovered, but the trial left a stain that never fully washed away. 5. Charlie Chaplin's paternity scandal and exile. Charlie Chaplin, one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, faced major backlash after being accused of fathering a child with actress Joan Barry. Though blood tests reportedly proved he wasn't the father, the court forced him to pay child support. Accusations of communist sympathies and moral corruption followed, leading to his effective exile from the U.S. in 1952. His fall was a brutal reminder that even silent stars couldn't escape loud scandals. The scandal not only damaged his reputation but also shifted public sentiment, turning the once beloved comedian into a controversial figure amid the Red Scare era. 6. Lana Turner, Cheryl Crane, and Johnny Stompanato. In 1958, Hollywood was rocked by a scandal that blurred the lines between stardom and crime. Lana Turner, a glamorous leading lady, was dating Johnny Stompanato, a known associate of gangster Mickey Cohen. Their relationship was volatile, marked by threats and violence. One night, during a heated altercation, Turner's 14-year-old daughter, Cheryl Crane, intervened, fatally stabbing Stompanato with a kitchen knife. The death was later ruled a justifiable homicide, citing self-defense, but the trial captivated the nation. The press swarmed the courtroom, and the public devoured every detail. Though legally exonerated, the incident followed both Turner and Crane for decades, casting a long shadow over one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses. 7. Judy Garland's addiction and exploitation. Judy Garland became a household name after starring in The Wizard of Oz, but behind the scenes, her life was controlled by a ruthless studio system. From a young age, MGM executives monitored her weight, appearance, and behavior. To keep her performing long hours, they fed her amphetamines, and to bring her down at night, they gave her sleeping pills, initiating a cycle of drug dependency that haunted her for the rest of her life. Struggling with mental health issues, self-image, and financial instability, Garland's later years were marked by instability and heartbreak. Her tragic story became a stark warning about the dangers of early fame and the cruelty of an industry that prioritized profit over well-being. 8. George Reeves, the Superman suicide or murder. George Reeves, beloved for portraying Superman in the 1950s television series, was found dead in his home in 1959 from a gunshot wound to the head. Though his death was officially ruled a suicide, the circumstances surrounding it raised immediate suspicion. Reeves was reportedly planning a comeback, had no suicide note, and multiple witnesses were in the house at the time, but claimed not to have heard the gunshot clearly. His romantic entanglement with Toni Mannix, the wife of powerful MGM fixer Eddie Mannix, added fuel to theories of foul play. Some suspected Reeves was silenced to avoid scandal. To this day, speculation persists, and his death remains one of Hollywood's most chilling unsolved mysteries, further feeding the eerie legend of the so-called Superman curse. 9. Ingrid Bergman's affair with Roberto Rossellini. Ingrid Bergman was the sweetheart of American cinema, beloved for her beauty, talent, and roles in classics like Casablanca. But her reputation took a devastating turn in 1950 when news broke of her extramarital affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini. The scandal deepened when she became pregnant by Rossellini while still legally married. The backlash was swift and brutal. The U.S. Senate publicly denounced her, and she was labeled a symbol of moral corruption. Hollywood shut its doors, and Bergman was effectively blacklisted from American films. Yet her resilience was undeniable. Years later, she returned to the screen with a triumphant Oscar-winning performance in Anastasia. Her scandal underscored not just the hypocrisy of the era, but also how women in Hollywood were disproportionately punished for personal choices. 10. Carole Lombard's tragic death. Carole Lombard was one of Hollywood's brightest stars, and the wife of screen legend Clark Gable, when she boarded a flight in 1942 to raise funds for World War II through a war bond tour. Tragically, the plane crashed into a mountain in Nevada, killing everyone on board. The loss devastated not only Gable but the entire film industry. Racked with guilt and heartbreak, Gable enlisted in the military shortly afterward, despite being over the draft age. Lombard's death wasn't just the loss of a star. It was a national tragedy that symbolized the era's fragility, and it remains one of the most emotional and haunting moments in early Hollywood history. These scandals from Hollywood's golden era reveal that behind the dazzling lights and captivating performances were real people facing real struggles, secrets, and tragedies. They serve as a reminder that fame often comes at a price, and the stories we see on screen are just a fraction of the complex lives led by those who entertain us. If you found this deep dive into Hollywood's darker past intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tales from the shadows of the silver screen.